Hey buddy, this is John with Tech Tips, and today we're going to be going over the next part of our video. So this time we're going to go into the first episode, some pickups, maybe drop in an enemy or two, some level ups, something like that. Start using our UI, so that's user interface. Alright, so we have all our new project, we have everything like named, our backgrounds, our sprites, and everything. And we have our characters, so we're going to run the layout, so that we know that he moves and he can't actually go over grass. He has to jump over them. And I was actually thinking about that. I was actually thinking about I was actually going to remove said grass. Because I was like, I want that to be in a different layer so he can walk through it since it is just grass. And then it'll be like, an overlay. So right now we have only one piece of grass. I think I'll just replace that with a piece of stone. Oops. There we go. Oops. There we go. So it's like going straight up. So this is our door, and he's going to walk straight through this. So this part is actually needs to be in also a different layer. Well, actually, what we could do is once we touch this object, I can put a cube over it, and once we touch that cube, it instantly goes to the next layer. Okay. So I want to put some more decoration. Oops. Right there, it's some sort of alien world, and we have no idea where we are. Like, seriously, no idea. Okay, so what we want to do now is add the animations to the character. So when he goes left, right, up, down, shoots, jumps, dies, or decides to do his muscle pose, it will do it. Okay, so what we're going to do is set player message. This is going to be Sprite 4, which we're going to actually rename this as player character. So player character. Alright, so also guys, I'm using my regular Logitech headset mic, my G230s or something like that. If you could tell me the difference in what you believe, what you like in the audio. Now, what I had the Logitech, the Audio-Technica ATR 3350IS pinned to my shirt in the incorrect pose, so it was some distance from my mouth. In my video where I reviewed the Bluetooth earbuds, that was actually in the correct position, so you may want to go over to there and check out the audio on that video. But just tell me if you would like me to switch around microphones, try them out, or something like that. Okay, we need to go back to events and add a behavior. So that's platform, so we already got that. So what I want to do is actually, before we go there, select this guy, and I need to add some animations to this guy. Let's see, so off screen, I have another screen popped up right now, and it's showing all my assets that I have for this game. Okay, so this is what I'm currently looking at, and I'm trying to figure out a way how to add this guy in. So he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's 2 by 8. So what I want to do is set this animation as rename, move the smiler screen. So we have a run animation, and then a shooting, jumping, standing, a hurrah pose, and a did pose. So I'm going to do his standing still pose, which I believe he's doing right now. So I'm just going to, oops, don't want to preview it. I want to rename this. So let's just, oops, come on. Let me rename it. Alright, so let's go to default, rename as idle. Let's see, add animation. This one's going to be his rename as walk pose. So this will be his right and left walk pose. So it's going to import frames from a sprite strip. It's going to be this one. So the number of horizontal cells is going to be 3. Number of vertical cells 1. And say okay. Oops. And that totally did it wrong. Okay, I'm gonna have to import this into an external sprite extractor. That's how I actually mostly do all my sprite stuff. Is I actually don't do sprite strips. I do I extract them so I can manually put them in. Alright, so this is the sprite extractor that I currently use at this moment. It's Sprite Vortex, it's free and everything, so I can use it pretty well. Import sprite sheet image. I think I can just drag and drop. No, wait, where's sprite sheet? From separate images, export. So we want to import it. It could be desktop, and then the folder is going to be Grotto Escape. Grotto Escape pack. There we go. Grotto Escape, graphics, import the image. There we go, alpha cut, and it doesn't cut this one. Okay, that one we can actually manually do. Okay, so I'm going to tell it now to export sheets frames as separate images. I'm going to tell it to go to my desktop, my Grotto Escape, and then just export it straight there. Exit this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into this program, select my walk, delete these animations, and then re-import. So it's going to be import frames from file, Grotto Escape, here we go, and we have the file. So I'm going to set them as pretty larger files. Okay, so the ones that I want, because these guys are tiny. Right there, okay. So the first one is right here. This one I'm gonna have to edit. So what I want to do is I want to take out this bottom one. I don't want him yet. Select the selecting tool, and then I'm just going to take that guy out. Then I'm going to make sure he fits in this box. And now I import from file another one. So the second one is going to be that one. And then there's only 3, so I'm going to import one last one. And that's him. Alright. So we have our walk. Add animation. It's going to be our jump, and that's 1 frame. Import frame. And it's going to be this one again. But what we're going to do is we're going to delete the previous 0 frame. It'll be 0 now. And I'm going to just select this one. And then I'm going to delete that, reset that as the center one, and that's our jump animation. Add animation, we have idle, then we have our victory pose. And this one's actually pretty easy. So we're going to just, let's see, import, delete previous one, he's right there. And then I'm going to let's see, add animation, dead. So when you do lucid the enemy, you just do a dead pose. Boom. Alright. So delete that, and then we just go to this guy. And now what we have to do is we have to script all that. So we're going to go to let's see. We have to set up our UI now. Because now, since this is a, well, I guess we could do PC setup first. Alright, so, alright, so I'm going to do a UI. I just spent like 3 minutes looking for a specific UI that I thought would show out. I mean, we have like darker colors, so I wanted something that would match that, but also be able to show up. So I'm going to do a sprite. Actually, hold on. We need to do a different layer. So add UI layer. And this is the reason why we are doing this different layer is because we're going to have a different well, and not specifically in this project layout, but in the next one, as soon as he enters the next, like this is the intro layer. As soon as he enters this facility in this, this other area, we're literally gonna take up this entire screen, or most of it. And so we don't want to continually have to add stuff and like do 50 zillion little cubes. So we're gonna have one layer that stays still, no matter wherever the character moves on the screen. This one layer is always going to stay on top of the moving layer. So everything is in layer 0 that's going to move. Layer 1 is going to be placed right on top of that and is not going to move. So we're going to select 1. Now whatever layer that you have selected, that you have clicked on, as soon as you add stuff to, like you right click, I add sprite, I add whatever, it's going to continually do that. So you need to select whatever layer that you want to add stuff to. So I'm going to click on layer 1, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to set right over here, properties, parallax, I'm going to set that to 0 to 0, which means nothing's going to move anywhere on that screen. That means it's not going to stay, it's literally going to stay consistent with what you see. So if we put a health bar up top, it's going to stay there. If we put Android GUI controls on the bottom, it's going to stay there. Now, these GUI controls are a little bit darker, so I actually was thinking about doing some sort of like transparent normal map bump, but I don't know how that's going to look. And here they are. So let's see. Right now we're just going to be worried about the up, down, like, left, right, and then doing a shooting button. So I may actually replace these later with some different ones, but let's just use these for now because they actually do work pretty well with our system. So we're going to copy that one, and then I'm going to select everything and then delete it, paste that one, and then make sure everything fits into that screen, and I just selected the crop transparent button. So I'm going to move that, but what I need to do is recenter it because our center is like way off. So there we go, recentered. And then what I need to do is move this. Also, I believe I need to recenter this guy. So I'm going to hit shift and then click, and that has done all of the rest of the characters. Oops. Okay, let's see, our walk animation side. Yeah, okay. Something went weird on our walk animation. None of the animations showed up. Kind of weird. Okay, that I need to edit, but we're good for now. So I'm also going to need to size these to a correct size. So size is going to be, I want to say 30 by 30, so it's 30 pixels by 30 pixels. So I'm going to place that right there. And then that's going to be our right button. Rename right underscore button. Okay. Now you can continually import them, or you can just say, hey, I want to clone that one, and I want to rename this one left. Then I want to move it. Oops. And then I want to rotate it. Angle is going to be 180. So he's gonna go left and right. Now what we're gonna do is make sure that we have left and right, so we have them named, but they're both going the same way. Just look at what they're named. That's why I always like naming stuff. Is on touch of, is in touch, or is touching object. Let's see, the right button, done. What we're going to do is we're going to have player character. Let's see, simulate control, go left. Okay. Now I'm going to do is I'm going to clone this one, but I'm going to say on the left touch, done, he's going to go, whoops, is touching right button. Okay, I messed up on the first one. Right, and he's going right, and left, he's going left. Okay, what I also need to do is add a comment. So, player controls. Okay, so if we were to play this, let's see, he's not doing it. Left button, right button, press left, going left, is touching right, simulate going right. Possibly because we cloned it, so it thinks it's the same one. Okay, so that means we literally have to okay, that one's the right one. Okay, we need the left one. So 30 by 30. So once we renamed it, it becomes a separate entity. Angle is going to be 180. Boom. Alright. There we go. I duplicated one of the other buttons. So we now have a left button and a right button. Now what we need to do is have the character rotate to that specific side. So he's going to basically flip. So is touching left button, the character is going to be mirrored. You can also do this by saying that he is flipped. And what I mean by that is that appearance set flipped. So you could also do that. Set mirrored, and on this one we're going to say not mirrored on the top one. So let's see if that works. If it doesn't, we'll just rotate those things around. Nope, it works. So we now have our left and right, and now all we need is a jump button, and we're going to set that over here. So he can jump and go all over the place. So what we're going to do now is going to select this right button, and I want to clone it, but it's now going to be called renamed jump button. And because it's renamed jump button, it's now a separate button. I want to zoom out to see where I can put this. So we have a jump button, and now I'm going to make this a little bit bigger because it is like one of the main buttons. I'm going to rotate this 90, actually minus 90, so it's facing up. And I'm also going to set this to be 50 by 50. And we can test how that looks up right now. Okay, so it looks good. I still have to test it on an actual Android device. But if we say touch object is touching the jump button, done. Set action, player character, he's going to be doing what? Okay, we're going to say simulate control, jump. So he's going to jump. Boom, boom. Okay, so we have that. So he moves left and right, and he also jumps. At this point, guys, I'm going to end the episode here and begin working on the next episode. So you're going to have multiple episodes up today, so you can get through this pretty quickly. Again, guys, hit the like button if you did like this episode and you like it slower pace but more information, more detailing, and all that stuff. Also, put your requests in for any stuff that you would like to see in this series, this Construct 2 series, or specifically in this side-scrolling action mini game for mobile phones and for web and PC and all that stuff. Again, guys, remember, hit the like button if you would like to see these the series continue, and subscribe for more content. Until later, guys, I'll see you all later.